how do we feel when we see the guests enjoying the areas that we've designed and created? You know, how does that make us feel, I suppose, when they come in first time, maybe it's the, you know, the first time this year they've come and they see the new refurbs that we've done. I mean, we get a lot of joy out of seeing their
it's really rewarding, and obviously, you know, the ultimate aim is to provide, you know, memorable holidays. But you know, when we're walking around, you know, with pots of paint, and people stop and say, oh, you know, I love the room, or I love that, or where'd you get that from? Sometimes we get asked where we get chairs and bits from that people want to. So yeah, it's really rewarding, and ultimately that's the aim of the game. We want you to have a comfortable environment, a modern environment, but yeah, it's lovely, and we're always so appreciative of, you know, you guests, because without you, none of us would be here. And in fact, we won, of course, the Best Staycation Award as well last year, which was guest driven. So yeah, very, very grateful. But yeah, it's very rewarding. Even when we sit and see people sitting around a table that's never been sat on before, on the new chairs, and they're just sitting with their papers, having a coffee. It's just nice to see it come to life, really. I
think, we're always watching, and
always watching,
and it is. When I see the guests using these new chairs and in our new areas, it's fantastic, and I love it. And you know,
only no children with ice creams.
No children.
Oh, and no chewing gum.
No chewing gum, please. But our team as well are always passing comment, and you know, it's great. We really enjoy the feedback, and
I mean, Celia and I just both love getting our teeth into a good project anyway, don't we?
We do indeed, yes, yeah. And it sort of starts with an idea, and then it develops from there. So and then we go off on these amazing tangents all the time.
And we try to stay in budget.
And we try to stay in budget. I get a lot of grief when I go home at night to John, and when he asks me what's
yeah, I just lie to him.
So we went away and looked at wallpapers, and actually, funny enough, we sort of knew where we wanted to look for them from one of our suppliers, and we both actually came back with the same one in a botanical print that we'd gone off separately and came back with it. So we do have quite similar.
Fortunately, Celia and I have very similar tastes, both domestically and commercially, which is obviously
helps with making decisions.
It's easier, yes.
So we got the tropical botanical paper, and then we looked at plants. So we got some beautiful plants trailing down the old windows in the small sports hall, and we put in an artificial plant wall. And then moving on to the terrace, we kind of picked up this peacock theme from this amazing wallpaper that we both loved, and it's very much goes back in time to your grandfather, doesn't it, Jane?
It's a sort of a nod to the past, really, because my grandfather, some of you may remember him, Hector and Vera, Grandma and Grandad always kept peacocks and budgerigars, which my job was to feed them and obviously clean out the aviary as well every Saturday morning. To be fair, Celia and I are both nuts about animals, and if we had a choice, we would have actually purchased some live peacocks for the resort, but they do have a habit of waking all you lovely guests up at 4:30 in the morning, so that wasn't a good idea. So we thought we'd bring in some wallpaper instead, because it's not quite as noisy. And of course, what was really funny is that when we brought Judy, Mrs. Potter, over, she reappeared half an hour later with one of her famous jackets, with a peacock jacket that exactly matched the wallpaper that she hadn't previously seen. And I think she's now scouting for a mask, a peacock mask. So the peacock theme is alive. But yes, as I say, Celia and I are mad about animals. So we've also introduced a few there's some little birds to look out for in the tropical wallpaper. And then of course, Celia is mad about monkeys. And we have some monkeys, don't we, Celia?
We do. We have scattered. We've got some amazing monkey lights, which I just love. So we thought we're just adding a little bit of touch of humour.
What is it you like about a private lounge? Because I do love a private lounge myself.
I think the concept's fantastic. I must say, when John first sort of muted the the idea, because of COVID and social distancing, that we needed to create these safe spaces for our guests and households and people we wanted, you know, to come to Potter. We were desperate to get back open and get everyone back. We just finished an 18-month renovation of the hotel rooms, and John said, I'm going to take 50 hotel rooms and we're going to put private lounges in there. So what I most like about them is for families to meet up every morning and have their breakfast and sort their day out, you know, what activities they're going to do, and then they can come back at lunchtime and talk about what they've been doing in the morning. And it's a safe place for people to come away in their households or in their groups, and they've got a central hub where they can enjoy the South Terrace, enjoy their evening meals in more of a private setting. Yeah. What do you think?
I have to say, if we weren't in COVID, I would just love to just put loads of friends in every room and just run from room to room and have a bit of an Ibiza night on the terrace.
It would.
But yeah, I love them.
And I get them to go home.
I do think that they have been a huge success, and it's nice to spend quality time with your loved ones, as Celia said, you know, in a safe environment. So yes, they were really quite a genius idea, really.
And the other genius bit was the magic fridge that just keeps giving. So when you come, your fridge is fully stocked.
It's full of alcohol.
Most of the time, all the time.
Not the time encouraging heavy drinking, because that would be irresponsible. But when you're on holiday, we like a drink, don't we, Celia?
Well, it's nice to just relax and put our feet up for a bit.
And you haven't got to keep, you know, running backwards and forwards to a bar. It's there. And again, you know, in the summer when the sun's out, you can pour yourself a drink, wander out onto the South Terrace, or indeed with 24-hour streaming, you can sit comfort round your table and watch very impressive television screen. So nobody really misses out on anything. There is literally something for everybody. Yeah.